If you guys are in need of coins for any reason, make sure to check out cheapmaddencoins.com. Use code Mike at checkout for 10% off. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a great day to be a Rams fan. We have traded for the Pro Bowl corner, Marcus Peters. And I'm here to give you my input on that trade and why I think it can be good, and it's just genuinely a good upgrade from our current cornerback situation. Right now, our cornerback number one is Trumaine Johnson. We had some trouble deciding whether we wanted to sign him or whether we wanted to release him or maybe even trade him. So the signing of Marcus Peters pretty much establishes that Marcus Peters is going to be Trumaine Johnson's replacement. So essentially, that's what I'm going to be grading today, whether I think Trumaine Johnson is a better cornerback than Marcus Peters, or is Marcus Peters a better cornerback than Trumaine Johnson. Right off the bat, I think Trumaine Johnson is a very good cornerback. He's a very safe corner. He plays a lot of off coverage. He doesn't really give up many touchdowns, but he also doesn't make a lot of plays. He's a very big, very physical corner. I want to say that's almost the exact opposite for Marcus Peters. He's a guy that constantly makes plays, but he can bite on a lot of double moves and a lot of routes that make you give up very large touchdowns, which is definitely an issue. And the Rams had a cornerback like that only a couple years ago in Janoris Jenkins. I think this immediately makes the Rams defense younger and it makes it better. Now, does it make it so much better to where they're one of the best defenses in the NFL? Probably not, but it's definitely an upgrade monetary wise and just overall skill wise. There's a couple tweets that I found on Twitter that I want to show you guys right now. Sosa Cray tweeted this out and I thought it was a very, very good perspective. He said, I also look at this in another view. The Rams get an upgrade at CB for cheap and for 2 years. They will get a pick back now for letting Trumaine Johnson walk, hypothetically, if he leaves. So you move some picks around, you got better, you got younger, and you minimize the damage by getting a pick back. Now, I know it says they moved some picks around. It hasn't really been established what the Rams exactly gave up, but I doubt it was a first-round draft pick. Maybe a couple seconds, maybe like 1/3. I'm not exactly sure. They haven't disclosed it yet, but I doubt it's a first-round pick. Another stat that I thought was pretty cool, tweeted out by Pro Football Focus, Marcus Peters is apparently the biggest ball hawk in the NFL since 2015. If you look at interceptions plus pass breakups, he has 50 in total. And I would say he's with some pretty darn good company in Malcolm Butler, Darius Slay, and Brent Grimes. Now, what does this mean? What does it mean to say that he's a very good ball hawk? It means that, again, he might bite on the double moves, but he's going to get a couple interceptions on the season, maybe 5, maybe 6, something like that. But he's also going to give up a fair amount of touchdowns. Hopefully, the coaching can change Marcus Peters a little bit so he plays a little bit more disciplined as opposed to just this like crazy guy constantly 24/7. I think that is one of the main reasons why Marcus Peters did get traded, is because he is somewhat of a head case, and it's kind of crazy because a lot of people said that about Sammy Watkins as well. It looks like the Rams are just trying to take on all those types of possibilities and I guess trying to work them out with the coaching staff, and Sammy Watkins worked out well last year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see Marcus Peters play out well as well. Also, another tweet by Sosa Cray, he said, we went from Janoris Jenkins, Trumaine Johnson, Rodney McLeod, and TJ McDonald to Marcus Peters, LaMarcus Joyner, John Johnson. Who the hell keeps pumping out these amazing secondaries? Now, I wouldn't call the secondary amazing, but it's definitely an upgrade from what we had. Now I want to kind of give my personal opinion of what I think about the trade. Obviously, I'm happy, right? We got another playmaker on the team. Trumaine Johnson, it didn't look like he was going to stay on the team. They kept franchise tagging him. They wouldn't give him a contract. Hopefully that same thing does not happen with Aaron Donald. They need to pay that man for sure. But getting a guy like Marcus Peters on the team is definitely an upgrade, and it definitely helps out our team. One of the #1 issues that we had last year was people in the secondary. Now, we didn't add anybody because we're technically losing Trumaine Johnson and adding Marcus Peters, so it kind of negates out. But we are just getting a little bit more talent in that secondary position, which I'm happy about. I'm honestly really happy about. The Rams in general are just looking up at this point. Their schedule is probably going to be very difficult after the year they had last year, but their offense is still really, really good. Todd Gurley is still there. Jared Goff is still there. Watkins, Woods, all those offensive players are still there. And the defense still has Aaron Donald, arguably the best defensive player in the league. Now you got another playmaker in the secondary in Marcus Peters. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do some damage next year just like they did this year. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new. And guys, I'll see you in the next one. Go Rams. Peace. I'm so